All right, everyone, welcome to the stream. We are doing Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje, the UFC Freedom 250 card. It's going to be an exciting night of fights. Yes, I know I haven't started from the very beginning, and I do apologize for not doing the whole entire event, but it is what it is. If you haven't been watching the event so far, we've had a great performance by Bo Nickel. Michael Chandler just got absolutely beaten in his fight against Mauricio Rufy, and the first fight of the night was a good fight as well. But if you are new, please do jump in the chat. Make sure you are subscribed, like the video. We're going to get into it. The fights are starting. Like the next fight is Hockett versus Lewis, which will start very, very, very soon. I'm just going to make sure everything is set up before that first fight. So you just have to bear with me. Okay. This is where I go. Yeah. All right. It looks like going to work. Or is it going to be a piece of shit? Oh, okay, it is going to work. Fuck that there. All right, I think I've got everything set up here. I've got chat set up. So you can jump in the chat. The stream is set up. Lock that down. So, exciting fight card. Derek Lewis is making his ring walk now. I'd like to know what everybody thinks of the event so far. If there is a problem with the audio, the visual, please do let me know as well. Are we liking this event? Or is it a bit overboard? I love it, to be honest with you. I'm a big fan of what they've got done here today. We might as well talk about something else that's come through during the event. Was Tyson Fury being there talking about his fight with Anthony Joshua. So it sounds like Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury is going to be a Turkey Ala Sheikh slash Dana White special once again. So that is exciting to see, because that would basically force Matchroom Boxing and Eddie Hearn to work with Zuffa Boxing, and that most likely means that we're going to see, people like Jai Opetaia potentially, or Conor Benn on that card. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw on that card of Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua, if we saw Chris Smith versus Jai Opetaia. I think that fight would make a lot of sense. Zuffa fighters on there, as well as the fact that Chris Smith is an English fighter, so I think that would all work out. I'm not sure why that isn't working properly. I hope that works. It is working. All right, cool. Yeah, guys, like I said, jump in the chat. Let me know all your thoughts of the fights as we go along. It does help a lot if you do subscribe, if you do like, and you do interact with the channel. It goes an absolute mile. Where can I copy that? And yeah, like I said, if there is a problem, do let me know in the chat so I can fix the audio or any other problems. What is the current hashtag UFC White House? All right. That one working. Are you fucking... Oh, that'll be good. All right. We are live, and I do think everything is working. So if it isn't, that will be a problem, and you'll have to let me know in the chat. Who we got? Derek Lewis or Josh Hockett? I am interested to see, because Hockett's done a lot of talking coming into this fight. Like, an unbelievable amount of talking. If he gets slumped in this fight, yeah, he's gonna have to go underground, I think. Yeah, like, if we see Josh Hockett get sent to the Shadow Realm in this fight, I think he's going to have to move to another country because you can't talk that much shit and then get pumped. Not necessarily saying I think he is. I've actually tipped Josh Hockett to win the fight. I just think it's his time. Derek Lewis he's a good fighter, but he's just, you know, when fighters just, they're around too long, a bit like what we just saw Michael Chandler throw up against Mauricio Rufy. Like, Mauricio Rufy was all over him. You could see who the young, new talent is compared to the old guard, and the old guard got their ass absolutely handed to them. So I do expect a win here from Josh Hockett, but if this goes another way, if he does lose this fight, yeah, he's going to have to move to another country, go lay low for a couple of years, because you can't be saying what you were saying to Ilia Topuria and Alex Pereira if you're going to go in there and get slumped by Derek Lewis. I tell you what, this event could shape how we see future events of sport. Like, even some of the events we've seen over the past 18 months, not necessarily just UFC, I'm talking boxing as well. The Times Square card, the Pyramids of Giza card, now we've got a White House card. Like, where do you go from here? What is that next? All right, this is the big next event. How do you top a UFC White House? Because I'm not sure. I'm not sure what can get. Like, I know they were talking about Alcatraz. That would be a cool event. I'm not sure it gets better. Like, it's on a fucking island. Like, um, it'll be hard to top this event if they're able to do it. It'll be a hard thing to top, because what they've put together here, in my opinion, is unbelievable. I've seen mixed feelings about it online. And feel free to jump in the chat if you have different opinion on what you think of this card. I think it's unbelievable. All right, I think it's, but like, look at that. That is phenomenal. I heard Donald Trump saying he wants to keep it on the lawn. I don't think that's going to happen, but I tell you what, and it is exciting to see. I mean, if we're going to see a Dana White production with Turkey Al-Sheikh for Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, which it sounds like we are, because the fact that he was there for this event and they were talking about it does make me feel as though that's what we're going to see next. It will be very, very interesting. Guys, make sure that you do subscribe, jump in the chat, and we'll go through some stuff as we go along. If there's any problems with the video or audio, please do let me know, so I can fix it. We did do a live stream yesterday, and it went quite well for Bam Rodriguez's fight against Antonio Vargas, which I can't believe the way that Bam Rodriguez dispatched of Antonio Vargas in that fight. Like, that was brutal work. Apologies if you can hear some fucking construction work that hasn't been going at all today, and now I can fucking hear it. So hopefully that doesn't come through. If it does, I'll have the fucking shits. But I think it's all right. My mic doesn't say it's picking it up, so your guess is as good as mine. It's been an exciting couple of days of sport. Like, the build up to this has been unbelievable. I thought Bam's fight yesterday was very, very good. The fact that the World Cup is going on right now, like, the World Cup, the biggest tournament in football is on right now, and lots of people have tuned out of that to watch this event. I think that speaks massive to, you know, what the UFC is right now, because, I mean, 30 years ago, you say the UFC will be putting on an event that will be colliding and, you know, arguably outdoing viewership numbers live to a World Cup game. I'm not actually sure which World Cup game is right now. I was watching the Ivory Coast game earlier, where they scored a late one. Tunisia versus Sweden, 2-0 currently for Sweden. I thought Sweden would absolutely fucking pump them. Sorry if you have no interest in the soccer, or football, or whichever country you might be from, and however you fucking call it. All right. Just so you know, I hope Derek Lewis does it, because I think Josh Hockett is so fucking annoying in some of the stuff he was doing in the lead up. This character that he's made, the incredible fucking Hoke, it drives me up the wall. So I am going to be cheering for Derek Lewis in this fight. Yeah, I don't think he'll do it, but I don't really particularly like Josh Hockett, and I'd kind of like to see him be brought down a peg or two, getting absolutely slumped by Derek Lewis. So it'll be a good watch. It'll be a good watch. I think it's a good fight. It is a good fight, but we're gonna have to see. I remember when Josh Hokett was on the what do you call it? The Ultimate Fighter, like the oh shit. He's already trying to get to Derek Lewis before we start. His security guards holding him off, trying to make a barricade. Herb Dean's going to have his hands full on this fight. Who are we backing, guys? Who are we backing in this one? Like I said, I hope Derek Lewis wins, and I will be cheering for him massively. Let me start the timer as well. I will 100% forget about that timer. So I do apologize if we have problems with that timer. I just get so fucking involved in the fight that I forget it's even going. If there is a problem with the stream, please do let me know. We are going to try and score them as we go as well. So I hope that is all cool with you guys. He is so athletic for a heavyweight fighter, Josh Hokett. Like, you just saw that spinning kick that he just threw. Like, not many heavyweights, especially in the mold that Hokett is. Hokett isn't. Oh, and he's just thrown one and fallen over his ass. Come on, Derek. Let's send this guy to the fucking Shadow Realm. It is funny. Look, he's not my kind of, shit talker. Some of the stuff he does is a bit weird. All right. But I appreciate the fact that at least he makes the effort to, drive engagement, drive viewership, build up an event because, yeah, I mean, to say that the UFC right now is stale is, I think, a rough word to use, but it's definitely not what it once was in terms of build up to fights. I think we need a bit more personalities. I sort of expect somebody like Sugar Sean to be that sort of driving figure and being very quiet, so. Josh Hokett missing a 1-2 there. And a takedown there for Josh Hokett. He's on top, trying to get some ground and pound in. Derek Lewis not really looking like he knows what to do on the floor here. Josh Hokett standing over the top of him. I tell you what, in that fight between Bo Nickel and Kyle Dukas earlier, I thought the referee, I think it might have been Jason Herzog. I can't actually remember who the referee was. He got them off the floor very, very quickly. I wonder whether that was something that was said in, the meetings before this event saying, we do not want boring fights for White House. The last thing we need on this White House card is 15 minutes or, 25 minutes of you sitting on top of somebody and not actually being active, because it seemed really, really quick how fast he said, all right, there's not enough activity, because it wasn't as though Bo Nickel was doing nothing. Like, this wasn't Khamzat Chimaev versus Dricus du Plessis. Like, he was still using some elbows. He'd cut Dukas. So I was surprised how quickly they stood him up in that fight. I wonder if that's something that was just a decision made by Herzog, or whether that's something we're going to see throughout the evening. I hope we don't see too many wrestling fights on the ground, because I don't really want to sit here for 15 minutes and watch it with you, because we'll end up just fucking flicking over and watching World Cup football and talking about that if we have to put up with that shit. All right, Josh Hokett has got the back of Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis has looked just, yeah, he doesn't know what he's doing here on the floor by the looks of it. Like, Josh Hokett's having no success, so you could say Derek Lewis does know what he's doing here, but all right, he's just landed a good left hand there, Hokett. Derek Lewis looks like he is bleeding from the back of his. I can't tell where that blood is coming from on Derek Lewis. It's sort of smeared across the back end of his left ear, but I can't actually see where it's spilling out from. I don't know whether he's actually cut on the side of the head from some of this ground and pound from the side of. All right, they are getting to their feet, but I wonder how much energy this has taken out of Derek Lewis in this first round because he looks exhausted. I feel like that angle just showed a cut over Derek Lewis's left eye, so above the eyebrow of his left eye looks like it might be the cut. Oh shit! Is he gonna get the choke? Is he gonna get the submission? Derek Lewis holding on strong here. He's got 17 seconds to survive this submission. I'm surprised. All right, the elbow isn't bending too much yet, and I think that's why it's getting like being able to hold on. But the shoulder is coming up more and more here as he tightens the grip on this. You can see Josh Hokett screaming as he pulls on the arm, and that is the round. I don't think the referee called. Yeah, that should be the round. Derek Lewis survives. Very, very close there in the end, but he survives the submission. I don't think it was in properly. Like you could see the elbow wasn't sort of bending too much. He was trying to pull that shoulder up a little bit higher, but Derek Lewis was able to hold on to the end of the round. Are we going to score these fights? I kind of can't be fucking asked. But we will. We will score them. That was clearly one-way traffic. Sorry, that's the wrong button. You know what? I will be back in one moment. Apologies. All right, sorry, I am back. I hope that me turning the volume up on this will not come through on the microphone. If it does, we're gonna have to turn that off. I can't tell, so I'm gonna have to just turn it off. Apologies. Oh shit, where is my timer? We've started the next round. No, that'll be close enough. Not really, but there we go. All right, round two, here we go. Hopefully it is a little bit better from Derek Lewis in this round than it was the first round because I don't remember Derek Lewis throwing a punch, never mind actually landing one in that whole entire first 5 minutes. So a dominant round from Josh Hokett. And all right, Derek Lewis a little bit more active in this round, but misses by a big kick from a mile away. Better there from Derek Lewis, stopping the takedown from Josh Hokett. There's a clear game plan from Hokett that he doesn't want to actually stand up and fight Derek Lewis here because he's taking opportunities to try and get him on the ground, which, look, you got to do what you got to do. You got to win the fight how you can win the fight. And we know how good Derek Lewis is at stand up. He can get a finish out of nowhere. Guy hits like a fucking dump truck. So once again, Josh Hokett trying to wrestle with Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis on his feet still. I think Derek Lewis actually went for a trip there, but gets pushed away from Josh Hokett. Good exchange there. Hokett landing the better shots in the pocket. Oh, big right hand there lands from Josh Hokett, followed by another 1-2. This right hand finding a place on Derek Lewis's chin at the moment. And this is what I expected to see from Hokett. I didn't expect there to be as much wrestling as he sort of implemented early, but this is better work. He's just going to be quicker than Derek Lewis. Obviously, there is always that threat, that big right hand that he just missed. But Hokett lands 3 good right hands on the counter attack. Good uppercut there from Derek Lewis in the clinch. Hokett tapping away in the clinch at Derek Lewis's body. They come apart. 2 minutes left of this round. Well, just over 2 minutes, 15 seconds. Derek Lewis looking a little bit wobbly there after a right hand from Josh Hokett. I don't know whether that was hurt or whether it's just exhaustion, which is amazing to say considering we're just over halfway through this fight. Derek Lewis missing 2 massive hooks. He looks exhausted and he looks so reserved to throwing these one big punches. He's missing by an absolute mile. He's not teeing him up. He's just getting beaten apart here by Josh Hokert. As Hokert lands 2 good rights and puts him into a clinch, followed by a knee to the body. Good elbow there from Josh Hokert in the clinch. Another good elbow from Hokert, followed by a right uppercut in the clinch here. Minute 20 left of this round. Derek Lewis looks so exhausted. He's looked exhausted for most of this round, and I wonder why Josh Hokert isn't just trying to make a bit of separation like he does now, and box him at distance, because he was having so much success there. Good punches landed there from Hokert. A good right hand, followed by left. Derek Lewis is going down. Some left hands there from Hokert. Derek Lewis is out. That is the fight. Surely, ref, step in. You've got to stop that. And he does. Derek Lewis finished in the second round. Josh Hokert, dominant victory over Derek Lewis. Wasn't competitive at all, to be honest with you. Derek Lewis maybe landed 4 or 5 punches at most. But that was a dominant performance by Hokert. Wasn't the greatest watch. But Derek Lewis looked exhausted after the first round. That first round of wrestling just took it out of him, and wasn't great by Derek Lewis at all. And Josh Hokert, the Incredible Hoke, self-fucking proclaimed apparently, gets the finish. Here's the replay. There was one good punchy that really just started the rod at the end. I feel like it was a left hook. We'll see if they show it on the replay here. Hokert just far too quick, far too precise, and just outworked. Look at that. So it was a right hand followed by a left hook, and then he throws another 3 or 4 left hooks before Derek Lewis hits the floor, and then it's some ground and pound before Herb Dean steps in for me. I could tell by the way Derek Lewis went down that fight was absolutely over. He's still on the ground, Derek Lewis laying on his back. Josh Hokert leaving the octagon for some reason. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. He's got some sort of necklace in his hand. What the fuck is this guy doing now? Oh, he's delivering something to Donald Trump. I don't know whether it's a trading card, what he's got on this necklace, but it will be interesting to see. Yeah, he's presenting him with something. Sorry, guys, I don't know what the fuck he's giving Donald Trump. He's giving him a fucking present. I'm gonna assume that it might be a trading card, like a Topps card on a necklace, but maybe they'll show it. Maybe they won't. Fuck. Yeah, sorry guys, I have no idea. And the commentators didn't even give any insight to what that was. So, what do we actually think happens now for Josh Hokert? Because apart from the winner of Pereira Garn, and obviously the champion Tom Aspinall, for me, he is now the number 3 heavyweight. Obviously, somebody's going to lose today. It's going to be Pereira, it's going to be Garn. So one of those two will not be the number 3. The winner will be number 2. Josh Hokert then falls in number 3. Does number 3 then take on the winner of Pereira versus Garn, or do we actually think Pereira versus Garn's winner will go and take on Tom Aspinall like they should? But I have no idea what the fuck Tom Aspinall's doing. Like, just in general. Like, we're just hearing nothing out of that camp. The UFC aren't doing anything. I get he was eye-poked, all right? But I would have thought we would have seen a return from him at some point. You know, some point in the future, we'll see a return from him. But we're just not. We're just not seeing anything from him. No activity, no talk. All right, guys, just so everybody knows, the reason I'm not fighting is because this doctor told me I have to wait this long before I can get back into this. It's just one thing after another, and we don't actually know where Tom Aspinall is. So I would assume that we're going to see, hopefully, Josh Hokett versus the winner of Pereira versus Garn. If, Tom Aspinall's still sitting in absolute limbo land and we don't know what he is doing. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He should be in the fucking stadium watching Sweden play right now. What's he doing here? He's getting ready for his MMA fight. I can't believe the incredible Hoke, self-proclaimed, won that fight. Now we're going to have to listen to more of his rubbish in future fights. So, but, you know what? Maybe we'll get sparked out by Alex Pereira. And we can all fast in that. I actually know plenty of people like Josh Hokett and what he brings. For me personally, I don't, but look, I respect the fact that he is trying to build in some sort of viewership into the fights. Make the press conferences a little bit more exciting. Get some clips going. Get himself a massive fight because, fighting's one thing, but if you can talk your way into a big fight, it helps a lot. There's plenty of fighters that if they just spoke a little bit more, called somebody out, weren't so respectful, they'd probably get one. We see Iman Zahabi here warming up. Obviously, his team. George St. Pierre, the GOAT, with him in his corner. Fuck, I love George St. Pierre. All right, let me fix up the scorecard, ready for this next fight. I'm glad that apart from that one rain delay early, that it's been pretty smooth sailing so far, because I thought, we could be on for a stop-start type of night. Wind, rain, just shit weather to be fighting. And I'm not sure how warm/cold it is there, but what are we riding here? We're riding O'Malley, and we are riding Zahabi. I think I spelled both of those right. I did. Cool. Who we got, O'Malley or Zahabi? I picked Sugar Sean to win a decision. But I'd like to see a Sugar knockout victory. It's been quite a bit of time since we saw one of those impressive, sort of emphatic Sugar wins. But another Ultimate Fighter on the card. I do like the Ultimate Fighter. It's one of the best sort of sporting reality shows of, actual things happening. Like, it's not complete bullshit and fabrication of a reality show. We actually seeing guys going in there and having proper fights. Yes, you got the reality side to it, but that just, you got to have a show. You got to have a show to present, or else it is just a fight night. So it's good. It's good. Let's get this underway. I want to see another fight. Let's go. Sean O'Malley, Sugar Sean. Talking about the Ultimate Fighter. Huh. If we got any Americans in the chat, is this simply just the sort of date or day that America became America? Like, this, the day that the United States was declared an independent nation. Is that what they're celebrating here today? Is that the 250th birthday? It's the day that the US became separate from England. Is that the whole entire thing today? Because I thought that was July 4th, but July 4th must be a different day. Like, 4th of July is a different I thought July 4th was that day that, America became America, but obviously it's not, because this event's different. So if anybody is in the chat that is American can let me know what the exact celebrations are of America's, because like I said, I thought the one big day was July 4th. So that's what I thought. Oh, the White House will be on July 4th, but obviously the 15th of June whatever 14th of June in America. For me, it's the 15th of June. What the celebration is. I'd love to know in the chat if you could all, give us a bit of insight. Give us a bit of insight what's going on. What do we think of this live choir doing the walkouts? I like it. I think it's different. I like all of this stuff because, like, what, we want to go and sit and watch an event at the Apex. That's better than this. Not a fucking chance, man. I've seen some fucking stinkers in terms of even pay-per-view events, right? And luckily, so far tonight, we haven't had one decision, have we? We haven't had one decision. So, it's been at least exciting in that aspect of the night. It's been good. What have we had? Bo Nickel winning. We've had Mauricio Rufy winning. We've had Josh Hokert winning. Who the fuck was first fight of the night? Am I stupid or ignorant? I watched the fucking fight. Now I'm having a big ass mind blank here. Who the fuck was first fight of the night? Nope, can't remember. I'm having a fucking brain aneurysm. Diego Lopez versus Steve Mean Machine Garcia. I tipped Diego Lopez to get a round 2 finish in that fight, so I fucking called that one. I can't believe how bad Michael Chandler looked. Like, that's probably my biggest surprise tonight. Michael Chandler looked like he's never been in a UFC fight in his fucking life. Like, he looked so unsure of himself. He looked so unsure of a game plan. He looked like he was doing 3 things at once, but he wasn't actually doing any of them properly. Half-assed jabs, getting picked off by a mile away, trying to do takedowns, but not really committing to any takedown. I couldn't quite work out what the strategy was. At one point, I was like, well, maybe he's just fainting a takedown to stop the output from Rufy. But even that, he was just, it was a weird game plan. As we all saw, it didn't work. Mauricio Rufy was picking him off. That spinning heel kick that he hit him with, right, even blocked, rattled his fucking head. I don't know what the game plan was from Michael Chandler tonight. That's been my biggest surprise so far. I wasn't surprised that Bo Nickel won. I wasn't surprised that Diego Lopez won. I hoped Derek Lewis would win, but ultimately I said Josh Hokert should win it. And in this fight here, I've got Sugar Sean winning a decision. It's been a long time since we've seen Sugar really get a dominant KO victory. Like, was the last KO victory that Sugar got Aljo a few years ago? Like, that's a while ago. I don't actually think he's finished anybody since then. Obviously, there was the 2 big Marab fights, which he lost both of those, so you're not getting no finishes in that. But it's been a while since I've seen a real Sugar show. Like, it's been ages since we've seen Sugar look like he was when he won that world title. So I hope we get to see a little bit of, I don't want to say a throwback. It's not as though Sean O'Malley is a 40-year-old veteran in the sport, but yeah, a bit of a throwback, a little bit of stand-up, weird kicks, some good strong boxing, and get a bit of a knockout here. I don't think it'll come. I've tipped him for a decision against Sahabi. Still think he beats Sahabi, but it could be a sort of boring wrestling fight. It wouldn't surprise me if Sahabi just shoots a takedown straight away. Make sure you guys jump in the chat. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Shit, half time. Tunisia 1, Sweden 2. They got a late not a late equalizer, a late goal in the first half. Sweden, I thought Sweden had such a good team coming into this. Like, they've got so much individual talent, especially in attack. The only problem they have is defensively. But I think a lot of people were maybe overlooking them, saying they've got absolutely no chance. Like, on their bench, they've got Bergvall, they've got Elanga. They've got a good team put together for this World Cup. I do apologize if you guys have no interest in the World Cup, but I do. I've been watching pretty much every single game. Even, like, for me in Australia, the first game sort of kicks off at about 2, 3 a.m. And then the middle kickoff is about 5 a.m. And then we get a 10 or a 12 p.m. one, and then I thought today there was a 2 p.m. game, but there might not be. It might just be this last one. Yeah, it's just this last one. We got the 3 games earlier. When's the Australia versus US game? Australia versus US, Saturday the 20th of June at 5 a.m. for me. That's a game that I'm now very intrigued with because I didn't think Australia was going to beat Turkey. I thought USA were going to beat Paraguay, but I thought putting 4 goals on them and the way that they scored the 4 goals was very impressive. It looks like we are getting close to making some ring walks here. Fuck, it's picturesque, man. It looks so sick. Did many of you guys go to some of those press conferences and stuff where they were, allowing fans in? It looked like they were allowed fans from a distance at this event as well. It's the one thing that I actually do consistently say about events like this. I said it about the Times Square event. I don't like the public being excluded from events, right? Like, I know it's a mad event. It looks great on TV, but at the same time, sometimes I'm like, but the fans are what build this sport. The fans are what make this sport so good. Because without the fans, you're not making any money. You're not putting on events like this. And when you go to get the event like this, the fans are, at the most part, are excluded from watching it live. And that's the one thing I say about these events. It's like the Times Square one, shit event, no atmosphere, all the fights were shit. And the worst part was the fans, right, were subject to watching across the fucking street. That's the one thing that I sort of don't like about these events. Everything else, I mean, watching it on TV, it looks mad. You couldn't have asked for it being cooler. If you're a fighter, it's a mad privilege. If you're part of the military, this is an honor to be a part of. I get all that, but I do feel for, fans that want to go to events like this. I do wonder how many friends and family they allowed in as well, because obviously the fighters want their families there, they want their friends there. How many they actually allowed each fighter to have? Like, was it all right? Each fighter gets to invite 5 people, or was it each fighter gets to invite 12 people? Because I know plenty of fighters, all right, especially some of the Australian guys. When we fight, like when they have their fights in Sydney, and in Perth, they're talking about having 50 to 100, 150 of their friends and family, each fighter being brought into the stadium to watch the fight. I know most of them have to pay for their own ticket, but they're there to support their fighter. I wonder how many they actually let in for this event. Who we picking, guys? Like I said, I've got Sugar to win it. I think he's just better than Zahabi. I think stand up Sugar will run the show. If Zahabi takes it to the ground, it will be a competitive fight. I don't particularly think Sugar is great on the floor, and we've seen that. We know that. Look, he's not a bum. There's plenty worse than Sugar on the floor. I put Sugar definitely in the middle area. He's not great, but he's not shit. He's good. He won't. It will be hard to submit. He will. He can submit you. He is better than plenty of people on the ground, but against an elite wrestler, we know how he will get outworked, and we know how he'll get dominated. We saw that with Marab. I think Zahabi will get dominated on the stand-up. So I think Zahabi's best bet is actually trying to make this a wrestling match. I don't think he can strike with Sugar. So that shelter that they've got over this is obviously not blocking everybody from rain, right? These people on the outskirts are going to get pissed down on if it starts to rain. I'm assuming the band and the orchestra is under the cover, but surely they could have made that covering, like that awning, a little bit bigger to make sure that the fans were sheltered, knowing that it was going to rain so much. But I'm no architect, so sue me. So I've noticed with these walks, right? Some of them are walking from different places, different part, whatever. But where were each fighter actually put to warm up and get ready? And how long were they allowed to be wherever they were? You know what I mean? Like, this is such a weird place to be, bringing fighters in to warm up for a fight, isn't it? Who are we picking, guys? I just think Sugar is going to beat him on the stand up and get a decision. I'm not convinced Sugar gets the knockout. It's just been so long since we've seen it. Zahabi is quite durable as well, so you're gonna have to hit him with something good to really put him away. So I'm gonna say this is gonna be the first decision of the night. So far it's been a fucking excellent night. I would have sort of rather it flipped. I would have preferred the decisions early and the finishes late. I think I'd be so surprised if we saw Pereira Gan go the distance, or if we saw Ilia versus Gaethje go the distance. If both of those fights, or either of those fights, go the distance, yeah, I'll be fucking shocked because I think Ilia puts Gaethje away, and I think Pereira versus Gan, one of those two guys is getting knocked out. I think it's a very close fight. I do. I think lots of people are on the Alex Pereira hype train, and I'm part of that. Love the Sharma, but it's a tough fight, man. It is a tough fight. All right, let's get this fucking party started. If Sugar loses this fight, which I don't think he will, yeah, it's not going to look great at all. It's not going to this run of Sugar Sean. Um, since the first Marab fight, it's just been. I know that there's wins in there, right? I get that. I know that there's wins, but has anybody really been impressed? Like, you ever sit and watch a Sugar fight in the past 18 months and say, fuck, he looks good, eh? Like, you give him a rub now, you give him, any of the top guys in the division, he's going to run it with them all. I just haven't felt that way. Just haven't felt that real feeling of, oh, Sugar Shawnee is back. Got to be a good feeling when you can look in your corner and see George St. Pierre. It's just got to be a good feeling. Like, you're training and working every single day with, my opinion, the greatest UFC fighter of all time. Doesn't necessarily make you the greatest, because I could go train with George St. Pierre as well and still get knocked the fuck out. But it's got to help. It's got to feel with confidence. The trainer as well. Obviously, he trained George St. Pierre as well. So, Zahabi's brother. So, he's got everything. He's got everything that he needs to prepare for a fight. It's just whether he can put it all into action, and that's really the biggest thing. I do wonder how George St. Pierre would fare in current day, sort of. Like, he revolutionized UFC and wrestling and takedowns. I would love to see George St. Pierre against a top, you know, Russian wrestler right now. Like, George St. Pierre Prime versus, a prime Russian wrestler in the UFC, and see what the outcome is of that fight. There's always the discussion, isn't it? How does the old guard run it with a new guard? Is the new guard better or, worse than the old guard? Are we in a point where the UFC isn't as exciting as it once was? All right, let's go. Sugar Sean. Let's see the Sugar Show. I have nothing against Sahabi, by the way, but I do hope we get to see Sugar knock the guy out. A lot of movement early from Zahabi on the back foot, trying to stay away from that power hand of Sugar Sean. I do think Zahabi will shoot a takedown quite early in this fight. I'd be astonished if he tries this fight to have a stand up against Sugar. Ran in through a leg kick but missed was Zahabi. Sorry guys, I completely forgot to start the timer. So is that close enough? Not really. Let me just fix that up for you so you can keep track. Yeah, that's probably close enough. All right, let's watch this fight. And we will score it as we go, so make sure you chuck down what you guys are scoring it in the chat, and we can discuss it. Were you guys happy with this card? I remember when this card first got announced, lots of people were, ripping into it, saying, "Oh, is this the best that we can get? Is this the best card?" I actually really like the card, to be honest with you. And I think the main reason that we love the card is because the fact is, look at the two main events, right? Look at those two fights. How could you not be happy with those fights? We get to see Pereira as a heavyweight. We get to see Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje. Skill and precision against somebody that could be autistic in Justin Gaethje. Like, it's got everything. Like, how could you not like that fight? Sugar fainting a lot, right hand to the body. Zahabi's doing a lot of movement, not giving Sugar Sean really anything to look at here, but at the same time, Zahabi's not offering much at all. And he's biting on a lot of these feints of Sugar Sean's. We just saw him there really bite on a left hand feint from Sugar Sean. So another right hand to the body from Sean. And another leg kick. We've seen Zahabi throw that a few times in this opening round. Missed them all, just sort of running in and trying to aim for that lead leg of Sugar Sean. Obviously, he's switch stances a lot, so that lead leg is going to change a heap of times. But there it is again. Zahabi lands it this time though. An inside leg kick on the left leg of Sean O'Malley, that lead foot, and there you go. He's already switched again, so he's gonna have to switch up his kicks here, Zahabi, unless he's just gonna try and do leg kicks off that one stance. That being the orthodox stance of Sean O'Malley's. Minute 50 left of this first round, and not a lot going on here to score, but you'd probably say Sean O'Malley's winning the round off the fact that Zahabi's not offering much, needs the one on the back foot. But a good interaction there, one that Zahabi gets the better left hand in. Another right hand to the body, and another double leg kicks there from Zahabi as he goes in. A clear game plan to target those legs of Sean O'Malley. I hope that's not his whole entire game plan. Another shot to the body. Sean O'Malley's, good work to aim for the body. A guy moving this much, don't go for the head. Go for that bigger target, the more stationary target of the body. Final minute of the first round. I'm probably going to give it to Sugar Sean, but it hasn't really been impressive from either guy. Both feeling each other out. Another good right hand to the body. You're just probably saying the aggression from Sugar Sean, the front foot, although it's minimal and he's not really doing anything with it, he's on the front foot. Zahabi's landed a few good leg kicks. Sugar's landed a few good body shots, but that's about it. If one of these guys really do something good in this last 30 seconds, there's a good chance that they steal the round, because I'm not convinced by either of them in this first round. If you're ever going to have a 10-10 round, it was that one. A right overhand from Sugar Sean lands. He throws another one, misses, but comes in through a straight left. Another overhand right. And Sugar Sean, like I said, he's going to steal this round off this little bit of late activity. I think he was better overall in the round anyway. But Zahabi had an opportunity there to, mix it up a little bit. Good right hook there, but he gets blocked by Zahabi and he goes back to the center of the ring. And the first round done. Not a lot to talk about, but probably an O'Malley round. Going into round 2. 3-round fight. You just don't want to give away rounds too easy. Guys, make sure you let me know how you guys are scoring it as we go. Tell you what, if tonight we see an upset, because so far there hasn't been one upset, right? There hasn't been an upset yet. And it's very rare that we see a fight card and there's no upsets. I can't remember the last fight card that we saw and there hasn't been an upset. So if Sugar wins this fight, we've got 2 fights left. Odds would suggest we see an upset. And I believe Pereira is the marginal favorite and Ilia Topuria is the wide favorite. It's, which one of those fights could we see an upset? Or are we just not going to see any upsets tonight? I think odds would suggest we see an upset. All right, like I said, when's the last time we saw a fight card and there wasn't an upset? So odds would suggest we see an upset. Which fight is it going to come in? Or is it not going to come in at all? Let me know in the chat what you guys are thinking. Oh, fuck, I forgot to start the timer. Apologies, guys. I might as well just get rid of this timer. Whenever we do a fucking live stream, guess what happens? Don't start the timer on time. So apologies for that, but we should be back with it. Good work there from Sean O'Malley, doubling up the right-hand jab with a left hook at the end of it. The left hook missed, but both jabs got through. You can see the red swelling and possibly blood on the nose of Zahabi. Zahabi being a little bit more aggressive here. He needs to offer a little bit of something. He is just covering up a lot. Leads with a jab and then follows it up with another inside leg kick, does Zahabi. I don't know what sort of Philly shell type defense Zahabi is trying to put on here. Another inside leg kick from Zahabi, though. A clear game plan, but I still think you got to parry it up with something. Another inside leg kick there from Zahabi. 13 leg strikes already to 1 in favor of Zahabi. And you can see it's a clear game plan. No body shots so far for Zahabi. 7 for Sean O'Malley. A good left hand there. Gets through the guard from Sean O'Malley. Definitely some red mist on the nose of Zahabi. Almost between the eyes. Top of the nose. Bridge area. 3 minutes left of this round. Just over. And it's another close round. It's another round that you're not really convinced by either guy early on. Another leg kick there from Zahabi. It's probably been the best weapon of this round is that leg kick. Sean O'Malley tries to land a left hook but misses. Good jab there from Sean O'Malley. Another inside leg kick. Another jab from Sean O'Malley. Spinning heel kick there from Sean O'Malley misses as Zahabi steps back and then he presses forward. Outside leg kick there. From Zahabi on the back leg of Sean O'Malley. Oh, a good one too there from Sean O'Malley. Lands perfectly on Zahabi, but Zahabi eats him up and keeps pushing forward with more leg kicks on Sean O'Malley. This is another clear round of... He's probably landed more in this round than he did in the first one. There's another one. I'd love to see the leg... another leg kick. I don't know why Sean O'Malley... why they would come in here and just solely focus on leg kicks. I just don't know whether they win the fight off leg kicks. Sean O'Malley is very comfortable switching stances as well, so you kick in both legs. I guess let's just see how many Sean O'Malley can eat up, and hopefully he can't eat too many and we can win in the third round. But 2 minutes left of this round. You could argue that Zahabi has won this round off of leg kicks. Sean O'Malley hasn't done a whole lot. There's another leg kick, but a good jab straight through the guard there from Sean O'Malley. I guess which one do you prioritize? Do you prioritize the scoring shots to the head from Sean O'Malley? They're probably less power, more jab-like. Or do you prioritize the leg kicks from Zahabi? Another one too there from Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley having his own leg kick. And then followed up by 2 from Zahabi. And that one actually looked like it hurt Sean O'Malley. But they touched gloves of it. Might have been illegal. Leg kick there, but we continue. Another leg kick from Zahabi. But a beautiful right hand from Sean O'Malley. 1 minute left of the second round. I think it's very, very, very close. Oh, and a left hand drops Zahabi, followed by a right hand. Sean O'Malley celebrating the victory. The referee seems to have called that off early. A beautiful left hand started the rot there for Zahabi, but I thought that could have continued. Am I wrong? Am I wrong for thinking that could have gone on a little bit longer? It seemed an early stoppage, but we will see. I think it was a beautiful left hand that sort of dropped him in the first place, and he might have eaten a right hand on the way down. We'll have to see. Um, we'll have to see the replay when it comes on. Am I the only one that thought that was a little bit early? Good win there from Sugar Sean. I didn't think he would get the finish. Here's the replay. A beautiful left hand drops Zahabi. Zahabi on the floor. Sean O'Malley comes over with a good right hand that lands flush on the chin and drops him a second time. And the referee comes in. Look, on that replay, I mean, the first left hand drops him, right? So that's one knockdown. Zahabi gets up back to his feet, sort of still in a crouched position, and Sean O'Malley follows it up with a right hand that basically slumps him a second time. Sean O'Malley is happy with it. I expected Sean O'Malley to jump on top and try and, make sure of it, because it didn't look at first glance to me as though the fight was over, but I don't have too many problems with it being stopped. Like I said, I would have expected it to go a bit longer. I thought Sean O'Malley would have been allowed to jump on top and really finish that show, or give Zahabi a chance to hold on the floor, but Jason Herzog jumping in and putting a stop to the fight in the second round. Good performance there by Sugar Sean. Yeah, he overcame those leg kicks quite well. You want to keep kicking my legs, I'm going to knock your fucking ass out. It's exactly what he did. So a win for Sugar Sean, and the streak continues of no upsets. Which, yeah, like I said, surprising. 2 fights left to go. I might take a quick piss break and get some more water before we see the Pereira fight, but we'll just see the last little bit here. And then when we're in between fights, I'll go and do that. Guys, make sure you jump in the chat. Let me know what you guys are thinking as we go along. And we can reset this as well, because that fight is over. Sierra, and we've got him up against Garn. Go. I can't wait for that McGregor-Holloway fight. I think it's going to be fucking outstanding, providing it goes ahead. Because we know what Conor McGregor's like, right? We know how committed he is to points to get to these fights. So we'll have to wait and see. All right, I am going to go take a quick break. I will be back in a couple of minutes. All right, we are back. 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 Um, Pereira versus Gane. How are we feeling ahead of this one? Do we think Pereira is going to be able to perform in the heavyweight division? I guess that's the biggest talking point. There is no bigger talking point in this fight than can Pereira actually cut it? Because it's a tough ask. It is a tough ask. All right, like we're talking about a middleweight fighter here, who's now a heavyweight fighter. I know that the middleweight is a fucking huge anyway, right? Like middleweight is a weighing in. What are they? What are middleweights going to be? Middleweight's going to be under 175, 180. Doesn't matter. They weigh in and then they put on 30 fucking pounds. So they're going to be that big anyway. And he looks good. He looks a lot better than I thought he would. I thought there was going to be a bit of chubbiness, a bit of fat. But you look at him, he looks still fucking lean, man. He still looks muscular as. So, yeah, I don't think it'll be a problem. The guy's massive. But look at this. This guy's a natural heavyweight. That word natural plays a lot. Like, the fact that we've seen Pereira get knocked out as a middleweighter, right? Middleweighter getting knocked out, now trying to fight heavyweight. It's a tough ask. It's a very, very, very tough ask. And, yeah, we're going to have to wait and see whether he can do it or not. Where is that? I can fix that up. Can't. Well, that's fucking sick. Go fuck myself then. Let's make these ring walks. Apparently on Instagram, apparently Ilia Topuria has 50,000 people watching him get his hands wrapped on his Instagram live. How fucking crazy is that? That's mad, bro. Come on, let's get this shit underway. I don't want to hear Dana White's little fucking promo, bro. Let's get this shit underway. Who do you guys give better chance to? Do you think there's more of a chance that Gane beats Pereira, or do you think there's more chance that Gaethje beats Topuria? Like, they are competitive fights, they are. But I think that Gane versus Pereira is a lot closer than what Gaethje versus Topuria is. By quite a bit. I think it's quite dramatic how much closer the fights are. I give Gaethje very, very little chance in this fight. Whereas I give Pereira and Gane, like I think they are a 51% one way, 49 the other. That's how close I'd put that fight. Oh great, now we get to watch a Conor McGregor fucking promo. He looks big, eh? In this video. Like Max Holloway looks so much leaner than what McGregor does. Like, how's McGregor gonna get this weight down? Outrageous. I can't believe that McGregor's gonna fight. Well, let's wait and see him step into the ring before we say I can't believe he's gonna fight, because We've heard this story before, haven't we? We've heard this story before. I guess after you saw what Michael Chandler threw up today, you're kind of glad that it's not McGregor versus Chandler, that long awaited, never happened, probably will never happen, won't ever happen fight. Um, like if it was Chandler in there, although McGregor's been out for a long time, I don't think that fight would have been that competitive. Like that was so bad from Chandler, like awful from Chandler. I don't think Max Holloway is going to be that bad by any means. I think Max Holloway will be, pardon me, quite competitive. What time is it right now in Washington, D.C.? It looks late as. Like, is it like 10 o'clock? Washington, D.C. time. 11 fucking 30. I'm surprised they're not pushing these fights through a little bit quicker. Considering it's 11:30. Like, that means by the end of Topuria's fight, we're going to be looking at, what, 1 a.m.? 1:30 a.m. That's late. I didn't realize that they were allowed to do it that late, to be honest, or that they would do it that late. Normally shit gets wrapped up at 10 or 11 o'clock. I know there was the half an hour delay, right? So you take half an hour off it, it should have been 11 o'clock. But at the same time, we've seen no decision. So all the fights have been shorter than what they were supposed to anyway. Sweden 3-1. Victor Gyökeres has scored. No, why? I wonder when they were making all these promos for this White House card, what guy got to go and play ChatGPT? Because every single promo I've seen has been AI. Absolutely no authenticity in any of this at all. I would have liked to have them to put in a bit of effort and make it, I don't know, a little bit realer. Might be a little bit of a shitty thing to be arguing about, but I think it was cool. Like I've like UFC promos aren't what they used to be. Remember that McGregor Aldo promo, where they were like faced off at the Bellagio. Like that's so cool and it's real. It's something, you know what I mean? We just don't get it. Now we get Dana White sitting there on an Instagram live announcing a fight. We get to sit there and listen to Dana White go, all right, guys, on July 12th, we're going to be seeing Ilia Topuria facing Tom Aspinall for the super heavyweight title of the world. Like, we get to see that shit, and then we get to see, and also make sure you tune in on the Friday to watch Power Slap 443. Like, where's those sick promos where we used to have? Anyway, come on, let's get this shit underway. I want to see Alex Pereira destroy Cyril Gane and his eye-poking bullshit. If there's one fucking eye poke in this first round, I might lose my mind because I think it's so unnecessary. And I think the fact that, we saw what happened the last time, right? They don't now act on that sort of stuff. Disgraceful. Disgraceful. Does anybody know if Pereira actually speaks English? I honestly believe the guy speaks English. 100%. 100% this guy speaks English. There's no chance that he doesn't speak fluent English. Look at how fucking skinny he is in these. Like, if you're watching the broadcast, they're showing kickboxing highlights. Look at how fucking skinny he is back then compared to what he is now. The guy, how was he that small? Like, how physically was he that small? It's ridiculous. What's your favorite Pierre fight? I thought it wouldn't be my favorite, but I was impressed with the Ankalaev rematch, considering how the first one went. Um, that second jury one where he like gives him a head kick after the start of round 2 was brutal. The Jamal Hill one, gets the low blow and then just walks him down and knocks him out. Khalil Roundtree, I mean, that was a brutal fight. That was an entertaining watch. That might be it. That might be the funnest Pierre fight. And obviously the fights with Izzy were enjoyable as well because there was more about those. It wasn't just the fight; it was the build up, it was the history, it was the one guy's won one guy's won. Like it was competitive, and then the fact that Izzy ends it all with getting a win as well. It was. But I think that a lot of that Izzy win. I don't want to take anything away from Adesanya, but I think a lot of that Izzy win did come from the fact that obviously Pereira was weight drained in that fight. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. He was absolutely fucking cooked in that fight where he gets knocked out against Izzy. Where is Tom Aspinall? It's just a question that needs to be asked, honestly. Like I Tom Aspinall made such a fucking hoo-ha about not getting to fight John Jones, and you fight one round, and we haven't seen you since. I know that there's been medical things, right? I get it. There has been medical. It's not as though he's just sitting around doing nothing, making up lies. They're like, it's not that, but an update, a date, an occasion, doctor's note, something. Something to give us an indication of, all right, this guy's going to be back, or are we going to see Tom Aspinall sit on this I think for 3 years, holding the belt, and then say, all right, guys, after much consideration and, years of medical treatment, I cannot continue. Like something that he probably would have known 18 months beforehand. Who's making the ring walk here first? Piera or Garn? Did you guys watch the Bam fight yesterday? I thought it was so disrespectful that they made Bam Rodriguez walk second. Like, why was Antonio Vargas, the champion, made to walk first? I thought it was very, very disrespectful. See how he's walking from a different sort of place than what Sugar was? Where were these guys situated for this event? Like, where were they all told to be? What are your predictions, guys? I'm going Alex Pereira to get a round. I'm between 3 and 4 knockout, and I can't quite decide. At first, I was round 2, and then I was round 4, and then I was, now let's meet in the middle, round 3. I think it's going to be hard work, but I also don't know what Pierre is going to look like in round 4 against Gunn. I feel like if it gets to round 4 and there hasn't been a knockout, then there's a good chance we don't see a knockout, depending on how Pereira approaches it early. I'm going to go Pereira round 3 stoppage. That would be my official prediction. But I'm not confident in it. I'm not confident in the round. I think Pereira does win it. I think Pereira will get a decision if it goes past round 3. I don't know how Pereira is going to look late in this fight. Like, will he gas out as a heavyweight now? New weight. He's never fought here. He looks fucking huge. Is he gonna have the power late in this fight to knock out Garn? Is he? I feel like if it's gonna happen, it's gonna be an early knockout. That's why I'm saying round 3 knockout for Alex Pereira. And Garn, I mean, Garn doesn't have a lot of chances in a lot of people's books. But I think it's very close. I think it's 51% one way, 49% the other way. Because Garn has the biggest advantage of them all. He is the natural heavyweight, and I don't think you can understate that as a just something that he brings into this fight. And he's a very good stand-up kickboxer as well. Like, I thought he beat Tom Aspinall in that first round. Do you think any of this fight will be on the ground? Like, do we think this fight is going to at any point hit the ground because Garn's overwhelmed or Pereira's overwhelmed? I think that's a big question because I think they're both awful on the floor. Like, I don't think either one of us on the floor, but which one is the least awful on the floor? Is it Garn or is it Pereira? Because on the stand up, I think they're equally as good stand up and equally as poor on the ground, which makes it so interesting because it's not as though you say, all right, well, Pereira will be winning the stand up, Garn will be winning the ground game. Where will this fight be had the most? Like, will we see this be a ground fight or a stand up fight? In this fight, it's all right, neither guy really wants to go to the ground, but if one of them is forced to the ground, which one will force that action? Which one is saying, all right, I'm being beaten in the stand up, I have to take this to the ground? Like Pereira got dominated in that fight against Ankalaev. And we saw Garn get choked the fuck out from John Jones. So yeah, look at that. That is unbelievable scenes at this White House card, man. Unbelievable. All right, here comes Sharma Potan. You know what? I am surprised how smoothly this has gone. Honestly, I'm surprised how smoothly this has gone. I'm impressed. I am impressed. I thought it was going to piss down rain. I thought, things might not run as smoothly. People might get lost. Things might not work the way that they have. But everything has worked so well. And apart from that 30-minute delay before the first fight, unbelievable from everything in this event so far. Obviously, we still got 2 fights to go. We'll see how it ends up. But they've gotten this far. So credit to them. Credit to them. He's still doing the Powhatan walk. I was wondering if he was going to do it or where he would do it. Look at that. That is insane, man. Man, he's having fun. He couldn't help but smile. If he wins tonight, is he the GOAT? If he wins, is he the MMA mixed martial arts GOAT? He's got to be in that conversation, doesn't he? A piece of half-eaten bread. What are you on about? Um, I feel like he is in the conversation for GOAT. If he does win, I do think he's in the conversation for GOAT because and you know what else? He's done it in more than one sport. He did it in kickboxing, moved over to mixed martial arts. He's done it, and this will be his third division. Arguably, the hardest track you can do is going from middleweight to heavyweight because the heavyweight is a uncategorized division. It is something that there is no weight class. There is something that you could be as big or as small as you want. So I think it's a different jump than it is going through the divisions that are weight categorized. And for me, I think if he does win this fight, he's definitely in the conversation for a GOAT. I would like to see him, I think he's got to be in that conversation. The resume is unbelievable. And this is a huge fight. I guess maybe people will try and discredit the names. That'll be the biggest argument of whether Pereira is in there or not. But, John Jones did it too, division. What do we think? Who do we think has more power, Pereira or Gane? Like, you stand there, eat one clean punch from each of them. Which one's got more power? And for me, I think it's Pereira. But that doesn't necessarily mean that Gane's weak. I just think it's depending on how Pereira eats the punch. Because I actually think Pereira hits harder, but Gane eats the punches better. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know where Pereira's chin is at in this fight. I think he's mentally, it's a fortitude, right? Physically, he's very, very gifted, but can you take the punch at this division? He looks fucking massive, eh? Look at the neck on Pereira. Look, we know what Gane looks like. We know what Gane's going to offer. That's why I'm not really talking as much about him. The mystery is behind Alex Pereira. Look at that fucking crowd. What is this? What is this thing that they are at? The Ellipse or Eclipse or whatever that says. What is that venue that they're at? Like, is that the Lincoln Memorial behind it? I don't know what that is. If that's a parkland, if that is a memorial, what that is that they are at the Ellipse or Eclipse or whatever the fuck it's being called. So if you do know, let me know in the chat. But here we fucking go. Here we fucking go. Where's my boy Bruce Buffer? Let's hear this announcement. Let's get this fucking fight started. Here he is. Can't believe Alex Pereira is the co-main. Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild? Alex Pereira could main event any event in the world. He's being co-main to Ilia Topuria. Like, shows how good Ilia Topuria is. We got two guys on this card that, arguably are two of the guys that could be some of the greats of the sport of all time. Alex Pereira for me is already in that book. And Ilia Topuria is getting very, very close to being in that conversation. And I don't like this run that Topuria is on of Holloway, Volk, and Oliveira. We're talking about three great UFC fighters of all time in those three guys. And Topuria's not only beaten them, he's wiped the fucking floor with them. And Alex Pereira in the co-main, I mean, the fact he's a co-main is unbelievable to Ilia Topuria. Alex Pereira trying to go for 3 weight divisions is incredible stuff. But he's got to get through this guy first. He's got to get through Mr. Eye Poke, punch you in the back of the fucking head, low blows, Ciryl Gane. Look, I joke. I do think he's quite a good fighter. I just don't like the dark arts that he employs during the fight. I don't like the eye pokes, and I think that they should deal with it. I think if we see in this fight one eye poke from Ciryl Gane, it needs to be like either a stern warning. I wouldn't even care if it was a point deduction, because he's the reason that the champion is currently in hiding in Tom Aspinall. There's a reason he's in hospitals, is because of Gane. So I don't want to say any of that fucking crap, and ultimately they should be wearing fucking mittens, right? I'd like to see Ciryl Gane in some oven mitts to make sure it is legal, but I think the referee will have his hands full, depending on how this fight goes, right? This could be a very standoffish first round. I think both guys could feel each other out. Gane will want to feel the power of Pereira. Pereira will want to feel what it is like at heavyweight. So, it could be very, very interesting. The last thing I think will happen in this fight is this being ground forward. Like if this is at all forward on the ground, I'd be very, very surprised. But if it was, I would assume Gane's the one that initiates it. They're both shit on the floor, but Is Gane the better one? Not if you're up against John Jones, he's not. So, I don't know. Let's go. Fuck. Wouldn't want to be in between those two. All right, here we go. Let me start the timer. Bang, we are underway. Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane for the interim heavyweight championship of the world. Alex Pereira already starting with a big head kick. Some leg kicks as well from Alex Pereira. Even at heavyweight, the guy still looks exactly the fucking same, don't he? He's just the same fighter, but 20 and 30 and 40 and 50 and 60 pounds heavier every single fucking time, eh? Another high kick there from Alex Pereira. Leg kick there from Cyril Gane. Like I said, this is going to be a fucking kickboxing match, isn't it? This is going to be the chance from the crowd. The whole crowd is screaming Sharma right now if you're not watching the fight. Leg kick there misses from Alex Pereira. Good jab there from Cyril Gane. Good leg kick there from Alex Pereira. Doubles it up. Alex Pereira started off with these high kicks, but he's now just sort of feeling out Cyril Gane. There is another high kick, but misses by quite a mile. Cyril Gane steps back quite nicely. Inside leg kick from Cyril Gane there. Followed by a good jab, but it gets blocked by Pereira. Good front kick there as well from Cyril Gane to the body of Alex Pereira. 3 minutes left of the first round. Good jab there from Cyril Gane. Pereira quite standoffish, you know, just waiting his time. I'm surprised we haven't seen this left hook being deployed yet. Another good jab from Cyril Gane. He's got that jab working quite nicely early in this fight. He was doing it well against Tom Aspinall as well. Credit to him. Oh, and he goes for a takedown attempt, Cyril Gane. 2.5 minutes left of the first round, and he goes for a takedown attempt. Did say we wonder if either one will try it. See if he tries it again. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left of the first round. Is this something that is a game plan for him, or was this just a feint to throw off the scent a little bit to Alex Pereira, make him think that you're going to do a takedown? Because I can't imagine Pereira really wants it on the floor. Left hand misses. Gane ducks, moves to the center of the ring. Oh! Good three-piece combination there from Gane. Follows it up by another 1-2. High kick as well from Gane. Misses, though. It's a good combination, though, from Cyril Gane. Landed some clean punches. Another clean jab as well. Pereira having a bit of problems trying to get past this jab of Cyril Gane so far in this fight. Not offering a whole lot. Pereira just sort of following Gane around. We know he'll buy his time. We know the power is there, but another 1-2 there from Gane, followed by a big right hand that misses. Minute 20 left of this first round, and so far for me, I'm going to give it to Cyril Gane. Let me know in the chat what you guys are thinking, but so far, I think it's a Gane round. I think he's done the better work. Left hand to the body there from Gane. Big right hand misses, but the left hook lands glancingly on the chin of Alex Pereira. 2 leg kicks there on the cuff of Cyril Gane. Cyril Gane returns serve with a lead leg kick as well. High kick from Pereira. Glancing shot on top of Cyril Gane's head, but Cyril Gane comes back with his own. Left hand lands on the head of Pereira, and then a dig to the body from Cyril Gane. Another takedown, a weird takedown attempt, but another attempt at a takedown. 30 seconds left of this round, and once again, I still think 30 seconds left of first round. Ciryl Gane has won it. High kick there from Pereira gets blocked. Inside leg kick, though, was a good one. High kick there from Ciryl Gane, but gets blocked from Alex Pereira. 18 seconds left of the very first round. I do believe that Alex Pereira has probably taken, I don't know, 15, 20 pounds of weight in his eyes. A good right hand there to end the first round from Alex Pereira. Probably arguably the best punch of the round, but for me, it doesn't undo the good work from Ciryl Gane. I'm going to give the first round to Ciryl Gane. Let me know in the chat, like I said. Sorry about that. Let me know in the chat what you guys are scoring it going into round 2. So I'm trying to listen to what the corner's saying. Quite calm in his corner. So wonder if they're going to both be as standoffish as they were in that first round. The rest of the fight. Sorry, I've not started that timer. Get going. All right. Round 2. We're underway. 15 seconds gone of the second round. Another high kick there from Alex Pereira. The weapon he keeps deploying. Gane outboxing him, though, by a mile. Another takedown attempt. They've got it in the clinch, but Pereira shrugs him off. Oh! Pereira has been dropped! Ciryl Gane's going to knock out Alex Pereira. Pereira holding on for dear life. He's got 4 minutes to survive in the fourth round. Pereira holding on. Big elbows from Ciryl Gane. I think Alex Pereira is... Oh, if Pereira holds on. A big right hand there from Ciryl Gane. Pereira definitely hurt in this round. But he's holding on. He's on his feet and he's holding on here. Pereira trying to guard his head. Ciryl Gane trying to be measured here. You can't overstep. If Pereira's got his feet back, a big elbow from Ciryl Gane lands. Pereira, I don't think, is in this fight. A right hand from Ciryl Gane. The closing in from the referee. Pereira holding on. 3.5 minutes left. He's not getting out of this round, in my opinion, guys. Big right hand there from Ciryl Gane, followed by a left hook. And that is the fight. No? That is the fight. Ciryl Gane has stopped Alex Pereira in his move up to the heavyweight division. Alex Pereira has been stopped from Ciryl Gane. Holy shit. Ciryl Gane. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That was a good performance. And I don't think that performance is based off Alex Pereira not being good at heavyweight. I think that was a good performance from Ciryl Gane. Pereira looks, yeah, he looks shattered. Yeah, Alex Pereira looks shattered. Eye bleeding. Under his right eye blood. Yeah, that's heartbreaking for Alex Pereira. That's not how he wanted that to go at all, obviously. But it is a beautiful right hand that drops Alex Pereira in the first instance. They're just showing the replay here. Some ground and pound, but Alex Pereira gets back to his feet. And it's just the boxing from Ciryl Gane. These big, long punches, a good right hand, followed by a left hook. And that's what closes the show. The referee steps in. You could see him closing in before that, but... Fucking hell. Alex Pereira has been stopped by Ciryl Gane. I can't believe that, eh? I cannot believe that has just happened in the second round. Fucking hell, man. Credit credit to Cyril Gane. All right, lots of people didn't give him a chance in this fight, and he's proved why he gets these opportunities. He's proved why he gets these opportunities in heavyweight fights, in title fights, and that's unbelievable stuff. Crazy, 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 crazy. All right, guys, I'm gonna quickly go to the bathroom and get a drink, but I will be back. All right, sorry guys, I am back. Unbelievable performance from Cyril Gane. I think that would have taken a lot of people by surprise. The emphatic fashion that he won that fight. Fucking hell. Now I guess the question is, when do we see Cyril Gane versus Tom Aspinall again? Incredible, incredible stuff. Oh, he wants title fight in Paris, September. Well, look, ultimately he does deserve it. Ultimately, he does deserve a title shot. You do that, you deserve it. Is it going to come? We don't know because of Tom Aspinall. If not, Cyril Gane versus Josh Hogan. Like, Pereira looks shattered. Nah, you gotta feel bad for him. That's yeah, he looks shattered. That was how's he gonna get back to light heavyweight? The guy's fucking huge, bro. Incredible stuff. Did like do we think he lost that fight because he was a heavyweight, or we just think he lost that fight because he was outstriked by someone like Cyril Gane? I think that's an important question. He didn't look like he was slow. He didn't look like he was slow, but at the same time, he didn't do a lot. Alex Pereira, he didn't do a lot in those 2 rounds. Was it just a stylistic nightmare for Pereira? He just couldn't work out Cyril Gane. I guess you do got to ask. You know, that one left hand that sort of landed first was almost a jab. Like it wasn't a big power punch. But at the same time, you know, he didn't actually get knocked out, Pereira. He kept getting back up. He kept on his feet. He wasn't out cold, so he wasn't slumped like he was against Izzy Adesanya. I think it was just a great performance from Cyril Gane, if I'm being honest. I think it was just a great performance by Cyril Gane. Sorry guys, just trying to fix something up here. There we go. Set up. I think that was all I had to do. All right. The main event coming up, guys. The big one. So, I suppose that was the upset. Said it. I said it's going to be a fight that's going to be an upset here tonight. And I think that was it. Gane is the upset of the night. Incredible. Incredible. Right? Anybody that picked Cyril Gane to win by knockout, well fucking played. Well played, man. I can't believe that. Gane, brutal performance. And I will be intrigued to see what the storylines are, in the next week about the performance from Pereira. He didn't look great. He didn't offer a lot, but I don't think it's a reflection of his performance at heavyweight. I think that was just a Pereira that was stylistically trying to get to Cyril Gane, couldn't quite work it out, and gets caught with a big punch from a heavyweight, right? And he ate it, right? Like it wasn't as though he got slumped like he did against Izzy. So yeah, it will be interesting to see how people read that result and people read why he lost that fight. Because for me, I don't think I don't. If Gane and Pereira were fighting at light heavyweight, I still think the result could have been very similar from what we saw today. Yeah, great thing, right? No decisions. Will we see a decision with Ilia versus Justin Gaethje? Out of all the fights, you'd probably say that one there is the guaranteed knockout, right? I'm fucking pumped for this, eh? Topuria Gaethje. I'm backing Topuria to get it. I think he stops Justin Gaethje. I think blocks him with a good counter. punches in between bunches, and just Gaethje getting absolutely fucking fed. That's my opinion. Let me know what your guys' predictions are. I think I'm going Ilia Topuria, a round 3 knockout, sort of similar to sort of see it happening the same sort of way it did with Max Holloway. That's the type of fight I expect to see. But look, can't count out Justin Gaethje. You can't count him out. You know he's going to go in there and try and brawl with the guy. He's unorthodox. He offers some weird fucking shit sometimes. So we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to wait and see. I think it'll be a good competitive fight. But yeah, like I said, I don't see it. I don't see Justin Gaethje getting it done. If I'm being honest, I don't see him getting it done. Is this fight going to be the first one that goes to a decision? I hope not. I hope not. I hope this is an exciting fight. I hope we get to see a knockout, but never know. If anybody had bets on Cyril Gane to win by knockout, phenomenal call. Phenomenal call. Because me personally, I had Pereira to win it. It's basically the only one I've gotten wrong today, right? We've been watching most of the fights live, and I've been calling them as we go. Topuria versus Gaethje. Let's get this shit underway. I can't believe how late this event got in America. I would have thought it would have had to have happened earlier, but I guess they're on the White House. They can do as they fucking please. So, if there's our American viewers in the chat, I want to know, what is the difference between this day today, June 14th, and July 4th? That would be my question. Do you reckon any of this fight will be had on the ground? Like we haven't seen one fight today where it's been a real ground dominated fight. I think the most we've seen is round 1 of Josh Hokett versus Derek Lewis. That was about the most groundwork we've seen tonight. I don't think there's been any other groundwork. Diego Lopez, Mean Machine, all stand up. Bo Nickel versus Kyle Dukas. There was a little bit in the first round, wasn't there? Because he was hitting him with some elbows until he got stood up. We spoke about Josh Hokett. Michael Chandler versus Rufy was completely stand up. So was Pereira versus Gane. So we've maybe seen 6, 7, 8 minutes at most. At most 8 minutes of groundwork in the whole entire card. That is great matchmaking. That is great matchmaking. And I think that's why we maybe saw like a fight like Bo Nickel taking on someone like Kyle Dukas instead of Bo Nickel against someone like Kobe Covington, because that would have been a wrestling match. To So I like how they've put this card together because yeah, I'm not big on the 15 minutes, 25 minutes of let's lay on top of each other and see who can hump each other into fucking orbit. Like let's get this shit started. Let's start this fight. Let's see some hands flying. I don't really care if you can hold him down and pin him down for 25 minutes because it's just a little bit fucking gay. So the Pereira goat chats, they're going to be pushed aside now because, like I said, I think if he wins today, he's definitely in that conversation if he's not already. If Topuria beats Justin Gaethje today, where we ranking this guy? This guy is phenomenal. Like, who? Like, it's Topuria versus Islam at that point. It's Topuria versus Islam to see, who's who. The problem is, like, Islam up another weight category is just, it's the problem with it. Like, Topuria is so small. Like Topuria's small against Justin Gaethje. Chuck your predictions for the fight in the chat. Like I said, I'm gonna go Topuria round three. I think that's gonna happen. Topuria round three knockout. Let's end the night with a fucking banger. Imagine going back like a couple hundred years ago and telling George Washington, "Hey, you see that big fucking White House building, the most prestigious building in our country? We're gonna have the best fighters in the world fighting on the lawn." Man would have shot his fucking musket at you. Let's fucking go. How many Americans have won today and lost? Real quick. Real quick. We've got Cyril Go. Well, obviously, that fight, no Americans in it. So, no American won in that fight. Josh Hokett won his one in his All American Brawl. Michael Chandler lost, so that was an American that lost. Steve Garcia, he was an American that lost. Bo Nickel won, he's an American that won. So, it's been a sort of an even split, hasn't it? Not all the Americans have actually won. And obviously, the last fight, there was no American in it. So, let's see the emotion and how riled up Ilia Topuria is ahead of this fight because I feel like he's going to take a past 12 months of fucking pain and inflict them on Justin Gaethje's fucking head. Like, and the fact that Justin Gaethje was probably sat there at the press conference hearing Josh Hockett ack at him. He's like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? I'm already shit scared, bro. Don't rile this cunt up anymore. Nah, we know Justin Gaethje ain't scared of no one. But um, this fight's got to be a brawl, surely. Like, if this fight goes 25 minutes, I'd be fucking amazed. Like it's just not gonna happen, is it? Like they're just not gonna fight for 25 minutes. What happened in that last World Cup game? Just whilst we wait for this one. 5-1 Sweden versus Tunisia. Unbelievable. Ari scored 2 goals. I don't know if you guys watch any of the World Cup, but I mean, fucking, apart from when the fights are on and I'm calling these on stream, that's on all the time. And so far, I've quite enjoyed the World Cup. There's been a few upsets. There's been a few, you know, like Australia yesterday being Turkey is probably the upset so far of the tournament. This morning, the Ivory Coast got a late goal to stop Ecuador. Like I put Ecuador as one of my dark horses in the tournament, and out of nowhere, Ivory Coast score a late minute winner, and you basically just need one win and you get through. Teams like Paraguay, Haiti probably not going to get through. Look, look, I appreciate the fact of how much of a warrior Justin Gaethje is, but still, I feel Justin Gaethje is that old guard, right? And I say that a lot. I think he's the old guard, and unfortunately, there's a new guard, and that new guard is Ilia Topuria, and it's where the old guard get pushed to the side. That's what I see happening today. Huh. Somebody's bet 150 grand on Gaethje. Feel like that guy's gonna lose 100 grand. Unfortunately, he's about to watch his 150 grand go straight down the fucking toilet. All right. Ilia Topuria about to make his ring walk. A guy that ultimately, I've bigged him up a lot in this, but he's not really one of my favorite fighters, if I'm being honest. He's like sort of like the new coming of Conor McGregor, but he doesn't give me the feeling that Conor McGregor did. You know that feeling when Conor McGregor was in his prime and you could feel it, bro. You could like he just had something. I didn't get that with Ilia Topuria. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's because he keeps knocking out all my favorite fighters. Maybe that might be it. Like he's just going in there and slaying like crowd favorites. Like he Volkanovski, Max Holloway, and Charles Oliveira, three of the most beloved fighters in all of UFC, and he's gone in there and he's handed them all fucking ass whooping. It froze me. This guy's the most Spanish guy I've ever seen in my whole entire life, right? Everything about him, his name, his fucking walkout, his nickname, everything is Spanish about Ilia Topuria, and yet he still just uses the Georgian flag. I don't know why it's not Georgian and Spanish. Like why have they not got both flags there? Is he only allowed to present one fucking flag? All right, well, Justin Gaethje surprised me in his fight against Paddy Pimblett. Didn't think Paddy was going to lose that fight. Was kind of hoping Paddy was going to win that fight because I thought Paddy versus Ilia Topuria was going to write itself. The shit talk, everything in the lead up was going to be amazing. But alas, we do not get that fight. And Justin Gaethje did, like I said, look spectacular against Paddy. Oh, all right. If Justin Gaethje gets the upset here, it'll be the best win of his career for Justin Gaethje. And all of a sudden, Ilia Topuria, that aura is gone. That factor that he has, that he's unstoppable, that nobody can touch him, is gone. Especially if Justin Gaethje, by some miracle, in my opinion, stops him. Never mind decision, like stops this guy. Bro thinks he owns the place. I wonder who the first guy that we're gonna see try and really like have a high level wrestling match against Ilia Topuria. That's like the one test we just haven't seen because everybody sort of just goes in there and has a boxing match with him. Like even Charles Oliveira didn't try and take him down straight away and submit the guy. Like, and that's why I think people are so intrigued by the Islam matchup. Not only is Islam like arguably pound for pound number one, but the fact that would be a wrestling match. And Ilia Topuria, right? We know what he's at stand up, but he is also a wrestler. So Ilia Topuria had celebration dinners last night. I did see that. I saw him with Alexander Usyk, which is just hilarious, isn't it? Like that's so fucking disrespectful. If you're going into a fight and the guy you're fighting is having a party the night before to celebrate his victory over you, you have to be fucking riled up about that. You like that has to get on your fucking nerve. That is so disrespectful. Boom, 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 boom. The belt is up for grabs. Who's going to be walking away with it? All right, scorecard is ready to go. Let's get this underway. I want to see this fucking brawl. All right, jump in the chat, guys. Let me know who you guys are backing in this fight. Like I said, I'm going to Topuria. Round 3 knockout. I think that's when he's going to get it done. But fuck, you know what? You just never know, eh? It just takes one shot from Ilia Topuria. One good left hand and you're fucked. Unbelievable scenes, eh? Like, if you're not watching it, man, like fireworks going on in the background as they're doing the introductions to this shit. Do you wonder what the weather's like there? Like midnight or so. It's probably like nearly 1 o'clock actually. They say it's nearly 1 o'clock in the morning. Raining. It's got to be cold, man. These two are probably like, let's fucking wrap this up, bro. I'm starting to freeze out here. Let's get this shit started. Just trying to look at the people that are in and around the event. They don't look like they're wearing jumpers, so it might not be that cold. All right, here we go. This has got to be fireworks, surely. I can't imagine this being a boring fight. I think Ilia Topuria might be the most disrespectful fighter of all time, eh? Like, he's so disrespectful, us being respectful at the same time. Like, it is the biggest sort of, what, juxtaposition? Oxymoron? With those big fucking words. All right, let's get started. Justin Gaethje working a good jab to start the fight. Ilia Topuria just trying to walk him down. Leg kick from Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje already trying to get a takedown early in this fight. Good leg kick there from Ilia Topuria. Justin Gaethje looking quite big in this fight. Another takedown attempt from Justin Gaethje, but Ilia Topuria fends him off. Ilia Topuria, a minute into this fight, hasn't actually thrown anything, right? Oh, good right hand there from Ilia Topuria. Imagine if he had stopped him in the first minute of this fucking fight, bro. Good right hand over the top from Ilia Topuria. Oh, good uppercut there from Justin as well. High kick from Justin Gaethje gets blocked by Ilia Topuria. Ilia Topuria with a good counter right hand, though. Another clinch attempt from Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje with another good uppercut. Ilia Topuria covering his face or trying to move his hair, doing something. Justin Gaethje looking all right, but he has been caught a few times in this fight. But he's caught Ilia Topuria a few times, so credit to him, I guess. We just know that power that Ilia has, don't we? Another good right hand there from Ilia. Topuria's got cut. A good jab there from Justin Gaethje. There is a cut on Topuria's face. So I haven't quite been able to see where the blood's stemming from, but it looks maybe above the right eye or in and around that area. I'll let you know once I can see it clearly. Good jab there from Ilia, though. Ilia gets sort of countered by a jab on the way in, though. Another uppercut there from Justin Gaethje, the same punch that started the bleeding on Ilia's face. Right hand misses from Ilia Topuria. Ilia Topuria looking good, but so is Justin Gaethje. You got to give credit to them both. They're both picking each other off at certain points in this fight. Trading jabs there, both men, but Ilia Topuria getting the better one in. Oh, good right hand there from Justin. Bro, Justin Gaethje looking good, man. Justin Gaethje looking good. Good uppercut and a right hand there from Gaethje as well lands on Ilia Topuria. And you look at the faces and you just say Justin Gaethje is winning this very first round. Another big right hand there from Justin Gaethje lands nicely. Topuria not offering a whole lot at the moment. He's just sort of waiting and waiting and waiting. A high kick there from Justin Gaethje gets blocked, but probably does get through a little bit. Right hand there from Ilia Topuria, followed by a left hook. Like, Ilia's landing these big punches, and it looks like it hurts Justin Gaethje, but it also doesn't look like he's hurting him. He's just so awkward. Right uppercut there from Ilia Topuria, followed by a left uppercut to the body from Ilia Topuria. Justin Gaethje landed a good left hook in that interaction there. And a right overhand as well, Justin Gaethje. These two are going to war to end the first round. Both men trading big punches. Justin Gaethje throws a right hand but misses. They can't sustain this for 5 rounds, surely. 30 seconds left of the first round. Another right hand from Ilia Topuria, but Justin Gaethje does well to parry it and step back. Topuria pressing again. Uppercut to the body there from Topuria. Nah, this is mental. These two guys are just in the pocket trading. Left uppercut to the body. Oh, great rip from Ilia Topuria. Justin Gaethje's trying to cover up late in this fight. These two are just trading. Hooks and body shots, headshots from Ilia Topuria. It's just wild. Wild first round. Holy shit. This is a war. This is a war. Ilia Topuria got blood on his face. I think it's just below the right eye that the cut is, just about here. And it was bleeding for the majority of that round, but fucking hell. The way that they fought the last minute of that fight is the type of fight that can go either way, right? It is the first person to land something clinical because both were getting through, both were throwing big punches. Neither had any priority for defense. Mental first round, and Justin Gaethje, I will score that first round. Oh, it's such a tough one to score. Which way do you guys call that? I think Justin Gaethje won 4 minutes of that round, but he lost the last minute. And that's the question. Do we give it to Gaethje? Do we give it to Topuria? I think we give it to Topuria off the back of the last minute, but it was close. It was very, very close. I wouldn't mind it going either way, but we'll give it to Topuria because I think he ended the round better. And I think that's what would have caught the judges' eyes, is that last minute. But it was close, man. It was close. Ultimately, it's just a fucking hype fight, isn't it? Good leg kick there from Ilia Topuria. Jab to the body from Ilia. Left hand there lands from Justin Gaethje. Ilia tries to come in. Justin's definitely trying to keep this distance. He's trying to keep this mid to long distance where he can hit Ilia Topuria and just make him walk into a jab or a straight right, even the big right hand. It's just making it difficult for Ilia to close that distance, make him work for it. Because when they're in the pocket, Ilia has the advantage, 100%. But I like the uppercuts that Justin Gaethje was using. There's another uppercut there from Justin Gaethje that lands nicely as Ilia tries to press in. Jab misses there from Ilia. Takedown attempt there from Justin Gaethje. Such a close first round. Like, it could have 100% gone either way. I think Justin Gaethje was better for probably 3 minutes of it, but Ilia Topuria ended the round better. So I guess it depends which one caught your eye. It was a close round. Good right hand there from Ilia Topuria. And you know what? The cut on the eye to Topuria might have swung it the other way as well. So good right hand there from Justin Gaethje. Good jab there from Ilia Topuria. Good body work there from Ilia Topuria, followed by a right hook over the top. Ilia Topuria has never had this much trouble knocking somebody out. Like, some of these punches, great left hook to the body from Ilia Topuria. Like Ilia Topuria would have landed some of these. Oh, big right hand there from Ilia Topuria lands, and he's pressing on the action. A good rip to the body. But Justin Gaethje just keeps coming back. He just keeps throwing his hands back, and that's something that Ilia's not used to. A good right uppercut there from Ilia Topuria. Closed it up by a few more, but Justin Gaethje's hurt here. Rips to the body from Ilia Topuria. Justin Gaethje's holding on here in this round. Another left hook to the body. A right hook to the body. Ilia Topuria really laying on the pressure here. Right hand lands on the chin, followed by a left hook. And the 2 more rips to the body. Justin's going down. Justin is on the floor. Those body shots were brutal. And Ilia Topuria has... Oh, I think Justin Gaethje is hurt here. Ilia's got the full mount, and he's now ground and pounding. Oh, shit. He's about to get his back. Ilia Topuria is about to get Justin's back. Not back to full mount. Back to some ground and pound. Armbar attempt here from Ilia Topuria on a hurt Justin Gaethje. Goes back to some ground and pound. I think Topuria, it might help him just to get up at this point. Make Gaethje get back up. He's got a top triangle here. Does Ilia Topuria? Does he have him? No. He looks like he's out. Now he's trying to get an armbar. Minute 13 left of this round. He's pulling Gaethje over. The armbar's almost in. But Gaethje survives it. Side control for Ilia Topuria. A minute left of the second round. A dominant performance here from Ilia Topuria in the second round. Great round, Ilia Topuria, and Justin will do very well to get out of it. If there was ever a 10-8 round, I'd give this a 10-8 round. Unbelievable start to this fight. All right. He survives it. Ilia's a fucking animal, man. An absolute fucking animal. Those rips to the body, brutal. Brutal. This bang, rip to the body, just hurts him. You can tell immediately that it just folds him. Then he piles on a few more. That fucking left hook, man. All right. What do we guys reckon? Round 3. Are we going to see the end of round 3? Good knee to the body there from Justin Gaethje. Quite a start to round 3. I bet both guys are just trying to recoup after that round 2. Ooh. Right hand counter off a leg kick from Justin Gaethje. Oh, good right hand from Justin Gaethje. Ilia looks fatigued. He looks a little bit tired. Like, or he's just waiting. Or he's just happy to wait till later in this round. Because he did the same thing in round 1. He didn't really offer much until the end of the round. Oh, Gaethje's hurt Ilia Topuria with a beautiful right hand. Holy shit. Gaethje has just dropped Ilia Topuria with a beautiful right hand. Topuria's on the ground. Gaethje's on top. He's trying for a choke. Will he get it? This will be an upset and a half if Gaethje gets this done. Ilia Topuria looks like he's recuperated, but it's not over yet. Justin Gaethje, get on this gas pedal, man. Get on this gas pedal. Look at this. A beautiful 1-2. Just drops Ilia Topuria. Fucking hell. Beautiful right hand. Bro, nobody's been able to do this to Ilia Topuria, and unfortunately for Justin Gaethje, it's not over yet. They've hurt each other once each now. He's letting Ilia, like, get back into this fight. Like, get on him. Get on him. Another good right hand there from Justin Gaethje. I'd like to see him get on this gas pedal. I know you risk gassing yourself out, but another right hand there from Justin Gaethje as they exit the clinch. Ilia's like not doing much at all here. He's good uppercut there from Gaethje. Blood all over the face of Ilia Topuria. He's been hurt this round. A minute left of it. The crowd screaming Justin Gaethje's name. This is the way to win a fight, man. For Justin Gaethje, I mean, this is like dreamland stuff. A right hand there lands from Ilia Topuria, though. Oh, but a right hand back from Justin Gaethje. Wobbles, and Topuria's got to be rocked here. Another right hand from Justin Gaethje. Topuria looks kind of all over the place at the moment here. Justin Gaethje, could this be the biggest win of his career? 30 seconds left of this round. Knee to the head of Ilia Topuria. Ilia Topuria looks so tired, man. tired. He looks hurt. His face covered in blood. Phenomenal stuff from Justin Gaethje. Stuff that I didn't expect to see. To be honest with you, I did not. Especially considering what happened in the second round. Oh, high kick to end the round from Justin Gaethje. A beautiful, beautiful round from Gaethje. Fucking hell, we have a fight and a half here. A fight and a fucking half. Fuck, give me 1 second. I'm listening to it. I'm listening to it. Are they stopping this fight? They are stopping this fight, are they? Ilia is saying that he cannot see. Ilia Topuria is saying he cannot see out of his right eye, and they're going to stop this fight? No, they're going to let him continue. What even happened? Because they've done 3 rounds. If he had said he can't continue, they go to scorecards, right? And for me personally, I have Topuria up, but could very well be the other way. They're going to let him continue? What? Is the referee stopping this fight? What the fuck is going on? They're not going to end this fight like this, are they? Nah, come on. Doctor, don't be a twat. Let them continue. Let them kill each other. Come on. Don't make this fight end this way. Don't make this fight end this way. Thank you. Thank you, referee. Let's get this shit done. But look at the state of Ilia's face. Look at the fucking state of his face. Fucking hell, look at him. Bro, this is not the fight Ilia was planning for. This is what happens when you have a celebration party the night before the fight. Like, look at that. Like, that's crap, isn't it? Ilia Topuria just got an extra minute to recover. Let's see what Justin Gaethje can bring out in this round. 2 rounds left of this fight. Both hurt, but Ilia Topuria looking the worst of the 2 guys. Let's be honest. Ilia Topuria looks the worst. He needs to go back to the body of Justin Gaethje. But Justin Gaethje with that big right hand at the start of this round. Oh, Justin Gaethje takes down Ilia Topuria. He's just tiring him out. Knee to the head of Ilia Topuria. This is brutal stuff from Justin Gaethje. This is a fight Justin Gaethje was built for. Oh, but Ilia Topuria, going back to the bodywork. Justin Gaethje comes back with a good left and a right hand. This is a fucking crazy fight, man. Let's not forget, right? Justin Gaethje against Max Holloway. What happened in the end of that fight? Ilia Topuria is not out of this fight, but for me, Justin Gaethje is well on top. Well on top. Big right hand there from Ilia Topuria, but Justin Gaethje just comes back with his fucking own. Like, the guy is just an animal. Everything he's getting hit with, he's just saying, all right, Topuria, I'm going to hit you with one back. No self-preservation in this fight at all. Good right hand lands on the chin of Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje getting walked back here. Justin Gaethje. Flying knee, but eats a big right hand from Ilia Topuria. Ilia Topuria now looking the one on top in this round. Justin Gaethje looking tighter and tighter as this fight goes. But he's not out of it, is he? Another right uppercut from Justin Gaethje. Look at Ilia Topuria. I don't think he can see properly out of these eyes. And he's hurt again. Ilia Topuria on the back foot. 2 minutes left of this round. I think Justin Gaethje needs to go here. Go. Right hand to the body from Ilia Topuria. Ilia Topuria's right eye looks brutal. Big right hand there from Justin Gaethje. Just a glancing shot, though. These uppercuts from Gaethje are the punch in this fight for him. Minute 40. Good right hand there from Ilia Topuria, though. Fuck, man. This is one of the best fights you're ever going to see, eh? This is a fucking war. All right, Ilia Topuria has taken down Justin Gaethje. And he's on full mount. Look at that. This is a good round for Ilia Topuria. Very good round. Good elbow. Pushing and shoving Gaethje's head down. Gaethje definitely getting tired in this fight. Ilia Topuria looking like he's found something in the gas tank for this fourth round. And Gaethje is back to his feet. But he eats two left hands on the way up. One to the head and one to the body. But fuck, I think Gaethje's head's made of cement. If I'm being honest, I think his fucking head was made in a bucket of cement. Gaethje looking at the clock, seeing how much time's left. You can tell he's tired. Ilia Topuria looking like he's found. Oh, but Gaethje finds a way in the sprawl to come out on top. Last 20 seconds, I think Gaethje will be happy to just see the bell here. And I would say that round for me personally goes to Topuria, but not by a lot. My scorecards are going to be all over the place. Fuck, I don't even know how you score this shit. I'm glad I'm not ringside. But you know what? Gaethje might just end this round with the... Fuck, how are we scoring that shit? You know what? Let's make it exciting. Let's give it to Gaethje. That way, going into the fifth round, we're fucking level. Fuck it. I make the rules here. I'm the one with the scorecard. Let me know yours in the chat, though. That's the fight. Ilia Topuria has retired in his corner. The fight is off. Justin Gaethje has defeated Ilia Topuria to become the undisputed champion of the world. Holy shit. In front of the White House, Justin Gaethje has made Ilia Topuria quit on his stool. Holy shit. Nah, Justin Gaethje is an animal. Holy shit. Bro, weird shit happens at the White House. Holy shit. Bro, and Justin Gaethje looks so tired. I wonder what's wrong with Ilia. Ilia's got to have something broken in his fucking face. That's the only answer. All right, guys. Thank you all very much for being part of this live stream. I'm going to knock off now so I can make my pre-record video. So make sure you have liked the video, that you are subscribed. I'm out of here, guys. Thank you all for being part of the stream.